Hello and welcome to Therapeutic Thursday. I hope that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving last week and that you were able to enjoy some peace and quiet with yourself, maybe alone or with your family. But I do hope that you were able to participate in a little bit of relaxation, maybe get away from your normal daily life. And for those of you who struggle with the holidays, know that you're not alone. And just make sure to take care of you. So we are in the holiday season. And one thing that happens a lot of times is our families are amazing at pushing our buttons, right? At finding those triggers that cause us to feel uncomfortable, right? To get angry, to be crabby, sometimes to feel withdrawn. And this is just normal. It's a normal thing. So what can we do about that? So again, our triggers are things that sometimes are unconscious, sometimes they're conscious. So sometimes we can even look at somebody and not like them or not like an action they're doing. And that's really a lot of times a reflection of things that we ourselves, maybe we have high standards and we don't agree, we're being judgmental. Could be that it's a part of ourselves that we don't like, maybe deep down in there, maybe you have done something of that sort and it's triggering you because it reminds you of something, from that time when you acted in a specific way that you're not proud of. So that can happen. There's all kinds of different things, different ways that we can be triggered. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense. And that's where I say, these things that will create this emotional reaction, sometimes we don't know why. And that's okay too. It's all part of the human experience. There are days where I can get angry and crabby, or anxious, and I have no idea why. And I'm sure that you've went through this as well. And it can just be interesting. You can even try to psychoanalyze yourself. Like, why would I be like this? I had it the other day where I became anxious. And, the same where your heart's in your chest. Your chest is, like this. Your breathing is a little heightened, fastened. And I didn't know why. Like, why would I be like that? So I started, at first I started going the old merry way, which really is psychoanalyzing myself. What could this mean? What's the connection? But the thing is, there doesn't always have to be a connection, and you do not have to. Here's the key. You don't have to psychoanalyze yourself. You don't have to break it down. Yes, there's shadow work, right? And sometimes shadow work is essential and really helps, but you don't have to dig to the depths and relive what you went through or figure out what exactly is this and this and this. You can simply balance them and breathe. And that is one thing, like when I'm not sure what's going on, I will do, sometimes I do pressure points, but a lot of times it's really just breathing, like the last video maybe, or the video before where I taught the finger breathing. Well, there's the simple breathe in through the nose for a count of 4, and breathe out through the mouth for a count of 8, if you can. That can take some practice. So start maybe with breathing in for a count of 3 or 4 and breathing out for 6. Work up to that point. And what I've talked about before is this breathing will help you, bring that parasympathetic system on board. So your sympathetic system, which is that fight, flight, freeze, will balance, will stop, instead of being heightened, it's going to come down. And that allows for digestion. So it's rest and digestion. That's what the parasympathetic system does. And that breathing will do that. So when we have those triggers that happen that cause this emotional release where we want to act or we want to, just close up or we're not okay, right, from those triggers. And sometimes you can get in your head and you can start thinking so many things. If you do that breathing, that will help in a physiological way, in that biological way, to help you calm down. And the other thing you can do is really, once you are calm, is sit with that. You don't have to push it away, right? But you don't have to relive it, and just sit with it and allow whatever to be, but just keep breathing. And, you can think of, say, going back and forth between thinking of, okay, so this is where I'm at right now. This is how I feel. This is how I want to feel. And actually go through the sensations and the thoughts and emotions and going back and forth. And you can breathe if you get get a little, heightened. So again, let me rephrase this a bit. So say, for example, you're at a holiday family function and, I don't know, Aunt Martha says something to inflame you that causes you to become angry, causes you to feel like a child, causes you to feel like you want to withdraw, right? And you're in a situation where you just want to leave, but you also just are like, F this kind of thing. This is not right. But, because it's family and you feel like you have to be there, you have that responsibility, you can't, or you feel like you can't. So what I would suggest in this situation is to, if you can, go to a different room, take a walk, whatever, that kind of thing. But you can kind of incognito do it around people as well. Go through that breathing, just doing in through the nose for the count of 4, and out through the mouth for the count of 8 or 6, 6 or 8, whatever you can do to calm yourself down. And if possible, close your eyes, but you don't have to. And allow yourself, once you do calm down, so that heightened anxiety that happens, once you calm that down with your breathing, then allow yourself to feel, okay, what am I feeling right now? Don't psychoanalyze, don't go too deep, but you can think, okay, so Aunt Martha said something that really inflamed me. Right now, I feel angry, sad. I am here at my mom's house. Going through that whole thing. So, my body sensations, I feel tightness. My muscles are tense. Just to go through everything there. What are you thinking? Oh, I'm thinking this is BS, Okay. Understood. I'm there. Take a breath. And then think about, find an experience or remember something when you were, say, at your mom's house at a family function and everything was wonderful. Everyone got along great. And go through that same process. Remember it. Bring it back up. Oh, how did that feel? You can close your eyes if you want, if you can. But think, oh, everyone got along well. I felt like, oh, I love my family, And going through the same thing. What did you see then? So all those parts. And then take a breath. And you go back and forth with that. And for a little bit. And what that does is it helps you to balance things. But this will also help you just to do a little bit of, I say the self-soothing, but really it helps you to extend, that period. I always say really extend that period between reaction and action, So when you have, it allows that reaction not to be as heightened. So next time Aunt Martha says something, maybe you'll be at a scale of 6 instead of 8. And you just keep doing that, keep doing the exercise. It really will help to bring that down. And this video is getting too long. So I hope I'll cut this short. So I hope this helps. So again, holidays can be very, enjoyable, but exhausting and can cause those triggers or emotions to come up. And so what can you do? You can do some breathing to help calm you down. You can, allow yourself to be in that experience while also thinking, going back and forth between thinking about a good experience that was similar and allowing your body to just be in both of those experiences. And that will help to allow you to kind of just be, right, without having that reaction. And this also helps to expand the space between your reaction and action. So instead of having that sharp tongue that fights back, maybe you do, maybe you don't, maybe it's all in your head. I don't know. I'm more of a head sharp tonguer, but it will allow that to expand. And when you expand that space between reaction and action, you lessen the intensity of the action. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we will see you next week. Bye.